Today we're going to be making these amazing, really cheap, but amazing looking Fabergé eggs. I have a little contraption that I've made from the small holes at the bottom of the Easter egg. I just took 2 skewers and kind of hot glued them in to the point of I can pull them out really easy, like it's not even really that glued in. Just so that I can have it ready to, I don't have to hold it while I'm painting it. I have bought metallic red, metallic blue, and then silver and gold paints, and that's what I'm going to be using today. I actually want to do the blue. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to do the red. I'll probably end up doing both, but right now I want to do the red, and it looks exciting. I'm just going to paint over the whole Easter egg. This was already painted over once, but it was just yellow, so I'm just going to paint over the whole Easter egg and let it dry, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I decided to do a second one of blue, and I've just done 2 coats of each one. Now what I've done since then, I went on the internet and I found a picture that I liked specifically, and this is the spacing of the diamonds. Also, it will help me to draw my lines that I'm going to be putting on, and this one will have silver lines, this one will have gold lines. And so I just kind of picked the one that I wanted off the internet, eyeballed it, and then put the dots where the diamonds are going to be going, and that's basically what I'm going to be going off of. So now that I've put dots on this one, I'm going to do the same with this, just put the spots where I want them to be, and then I'm going to start the gold lining. So now that I've just been going off the dots, you can see this is what it looked like before, and I've just gone down over each row, and I've slowly been meeting all of the lines together, and I've just been taking my time, making sure it looks good, and each one ends in a point at the top. And then I go on to the next one and just keep going, and it's really coming together beautifully, I think. In doing this egg, I tried it in a little bit differently. Instead of just drawing each line all the way, I've just been drawing X's all the way up, so one little row at a time, about like that. So that I don't get anything mixed up. And that's how I've been doing it, just over and over again. And I think that it is turning out a lot more orderly because it's easier to see where the next line needs to go. As you can see, what I'm doing is I'm putting each jewel in my tweezers, just like this, holding it there. And then there's 2 choices. You can use Elmer's glue. Really, you can use any glue as long as it will hold pretty good. Elmer's glue or hot glue, and I like the hot glue just because it dries faster. So a tiny bit of hot glue, and I'm just putting it on each of the ones that crisscross, the lines where they crisscross. And I'm just continuing to do that over and over again, and it is a little bit time consuming, but look at how amazing this thing is looking. Beautiful. I hold in my hand a fork who tells whether this day a bug should live or not. No, I'm just kidding, that's from A Bug's Life. Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a fork and a candle, and this is what's going to give me my little stand for the Fabergé egg. I'm just going over the flame a little bit, slowly. You can see the end of the fork is starting to curl up in a very cute way, I might add. And that is exactly what I want. You can see it's very cool just the way that it curls up. I'm going to make it a little bit more than that. Just take your time, let it go a little bit at a time. And it gets cuter, I think, the more curled it is, but you have to be careful because it will do it crooked sometimes. And sometimes it will catch on fire, just blow it out. So you can see, there's my little curls. Once I've done this, I'm just going to let it cool because it's hot enough right now that it's still pretty movable. You know, I can move it with my fingers. It's kind of like hot glue right now, but plastic instead. Next thing I'm going to do is take some amazing Cutco shears that can cut a penny, by the way, and just chop it right at the top. And I think I want to do it underneath this because it will just shoot off if I don't. So I'm just going to cut it. There we go. Here's 4 little legs, and then from there I'm just matching them up height-wise. Let's see what these ones are. These ones match pretty good already, along with this. This one matches pretty good too. So this one needs to be trimmed down a tiny bit. Just trimming it. So there's our little curly legs that look super duper cute. And the end is still kind of sharp, not very pretty. So I'm going to take each individual one and just heat it up. It rounds it off and makes it look a little bit more pretty. So this one might be a little bit too short. I'm just experimenting and I'm going to make sure that they're all the same height. Once they're all the same height, I'm going to use 3 of them. And just, I might even be able to use 4. It depends, I guess. Once I get there, I'll find out what works better. But that's how we make the legs. And then you'll just paint them and we'll show how to attach them to the egg. On the top, I wasn't sure exactly how I was going to finish it off. I'm actually going to continue the lattice work all the way up to the diamonds that are just on top of this, and then to top off the top is a big jewel, and so I'm just putting each of them on just like that. We've got those that are going on, and I'm just putting them evenly spaced all around the top so that it will surround the top and just make it look really pretty. And then I'll finish off with a little bit of painting. Alright, I am to the point where I've finished the top other than a little bit of painting. On this one, I'm just putting the legs on, and these are the melted forks. And the first one is the easiest to put on. This is kind of the angle you want it at from the egg. The second one and third one are not so easy, but I'm just eyeballing it, which has worked pretty well for me, so putting a little bit of glue on the bottom. And make sure you put your little feet curving outwardly. Here's an example. So I'm just eyeballing kind of where it is on the third. And then I have to look, make sure it's straight, and make sure it's at the right angle also. And then do the exact same thing with the other one. Just right on the thirds, right there, just like that. If you know what I mean. Cut in thirds, this circle. Here's, once the feet are all glued on, I'm using a very fine-tipped paintbrush, and I'm just going very lightly to the jewel, continuing the line that's really already there, coming up here. And it's just curving a little bit more, and I'm using it to connect all the little dots all the little jewels up here. So you can see what it's kind of looking like. I think it's looking really, really good. So now I'm just taking the paint, and now that I've finished this little top layer up here, took it to the bottom and just continued all the lines from each gem into the middle. And I can put 3 little gems in there, which is what I'm going to do. And then the last step is just to paint these little stands gold, and that will be our little golden stands that people won't really be able to tell, right? I mean, it looks real, right? So that's just the last step, is painting it and making it look pretty. This is what I'm gonna do. Just glue 3 little gems into the bottom to tie it all together. And then on this, let's see, second to last thing, so I'm gonna do the gems, and I'm also going to take a contrasting color of whatever I used, and I used gold as the background. So I'm gonna use silver to just cover up this entire line right here. Just follow the line that's already naturally on the plastic egg. And I'm just going over it right now. I think both of them turned out really, really pretty. One of them has a little bit bigger gems and one has the smaller gems, and I think the one with the smaller gems looks a little bit more intricate. I don't know why, but the bigger gems looks almost gaudy. So I don't know. These are the total. You can take a look at the tops. They're very good. I think that it ties it all together very well. And the bottoms, that's how they turned out. I decided not to paint the blue legs silver or anything, because I actually think it looks like glass. And I think that looks even more fragile-like. So each of these I do believe can be opened. I know that this one can be. So if you want to go crazy and like line it with velvet or something like that, you could totally do that. Can you imagine proposing to somebody like this? Will you marry me? And it's got like velvet and a ring and all this amazing stuff. I mean, that would be pretty awesome. I mean, right? So anyways, here's the finished product. It can snap open and shut, and they're done, and they're looking amazing. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Also comment, tell me if there's anything you want me to try out or do, and like the video, and go check out our other, we've got lots of Halloween videos, we've got lots of Easter videos, and we're working on each holiday, getting a ton of videos up for them. We've also got a lot of fun recipes and crafts for the rest of the year. Especially check out our Easter cake video. We've got that one up, and it's so cute. It's peeps and coconut and a little bit of M&Ms that look like little Easter eggs. It's so cute. Yes, subscribe to my channel, and we will see you next time.